The wild buffalo was not fighting a predator. It was fighting thousands of hard ticks. Dense, dark clusters covered one side of its face, packed the folds around the eye and ear, and continued down the neck, chest, and belly. Then the buffalo drove its head forward again. The weakened trunk broke and fell into the dust. But most of the parasites remained attached. The buffalo turned toward an open patch of ground. It folded its front legs, dropped its heavy body, and rolled onto one side. Dust rose around the horns and shoulders. Several banded mongooses were already watching from the dry grass. Some stood upright to follow the buffalo's movements. Others remained low, ready to retreat if the giant animal rolled toward them. The mongooses were not waiting to help. They had noticed small objects falling from the buffalo's skin. When the rolling stopped, the buffalo remained on the ground, with its muzzle pressed into the dust. One swollen tick moved beside a broken piece of bark. A juvenile mongoose saw it first. It rushed forward, caught the parasite, and swallowed it before two adults arrived. The buffalo stood again and moved toward a shallow mud wallow. It entered slowly, then lowered its chest and pressed one side of the face into the wet soil. Mud spread across the cheek, jaw, and lower neck. The buffalo rolled partly onto its side, covering the belly and shoulder. The cooler mud may reduce irritation for a short time, but it could not remove parasites hidden deep inside protected folds. When the buffalo lifted its head, many ticks were still visible beneath the mud. The mongoose pack followed along the edge of the wallow. They searched footprints, broken soil, and wet debris for insects disturbed by the buffalo. They also watched for more ticks to fall. Most stayed on the ground. But the same juvenile began moving closer to the buffalo itself. A small exposed tick was attached near the lower front leg. The mongoose approached in short steps. Each time the buffalo flicked an ear, shifted its weight. The juvenile stopped. When the leg became still, it moved forward again. The mongoose gripped the tick and pulled. The parasite detached quickly. The juvenile swallowed it before an adult could steal it. Higher on the shoulder, the infestation was far heavier. Dark clusters continued toward the neck and ear base. One moderately swollen tick protruded from a deep fold beneath the ear. The juvenile placed its front paws against the buffalo's leg and began to climb. Its claws caught in coarse hair and thick, wrinkled skin. The mongoose kept its body low while its tail moved for balance. No other mongoose followed. The buffalo was tired from rubbing, rolling, and moving through the mud. For several seconds, it remained still. The juvenile reached the shoulder and removed another small tick. Then it moved higher toward the neck. Below, two adult mongooses waited in the dust. The tick began to loosen. Then the buffalo opened its eye wider. Its head lifted suddenly. The neck shifted beneath the mongoose, and one ear flicked sharply. The swollen tick came free. For a moment, the juvenile held it between its jaws. Then the movement threw the mongoose off balance. The adults rushed toward it. The juvenile scrambled down the front leg and dropped into the mud. At the same moment, the buffalo pushed itself upright. One enormous padded foot shifted beside the mongooses. The entire pack scattered. The fallen tick disappeared beneath wet soil. The juvenile had taken the greatest risk, but gained nothing from it. The buffalo returned to the fallen tree. It pressed the side of its neck against the broken trunk and rubbed again. Loose hair, mud, insects, and several ticks dropped around the exposed wood. This time, the juvenile did not climb. It waited below the rubbing point with the rest of the pack. One tick landed in the dust and began moving. The juvenile rushed forward and caught it before an